I kind of just I pretty much run the logistics of it, and then they just kind of put it together. Now I tell them what I want, and they kind of say, "All right, well, this is how it's got to get done." That's really how it goes down.
Okay, cool, perfect. So they explain the process to you. That's great. So,
Correct.
so what we want to look at with your website, just starting off, so we'll work backwards. Do you know what your website's converting at right now?
That would be that. I really don't have an accurate number on that, just off the top of my head. I'd have to ask them, but it's relatively low. Especially with the issues that are on the website itself in terms of SEO. We're in the middle of transitioning over to a new platform, and obviously I had to get rid of some of my SEO guys, and we're going to be going with a new company on that from that perspective. So I'm not 100% at this point.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, with the website conversion, so this is a really big piece to it, and we can work with your team over there. I don't know, are you guys using any type of heat maps on the site right now? The new one?
Well, it hasn't. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to get with them, to be honest. I wasn't aware we were gonna. if I would have known these were the questions, I would have had it pretty much ready for you. I apologize.
Man, it's not a problem. We're looking for a long-term partnership, so hopefully this is the last conversation we have anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so the reason why this is so important, man, marketing, and this is why marketing doesn't work for a lot of companies, is they expect their marketing to drive in all the business. And in essence, that's what it's meant to do, right? But the problem with marketing is that when you drive it to a website that's maybe converting at like 0.8% or 1%, you're going to realize that you're hardly going to be breaking even in some cases. Now, when we can optimize your website based off of using a heat map software, so we can see what the actual visitor is doing, we can optimize the site based on their behavior on the actual website. So what this does for your marketing is it immediately can cut your cost per new customer in half if you just increase the website conversion by like 0.5%. So
Okay.
it's like that.
I like what I'm hearing.
Yeah. So it's super important, because if you look at the numbers from a revenue standpoint, that will increase your revenue by 50% without doing anything different with your advertising. So
okay.
The conversion factor is like super crucial, not just like how we target or how we set up the ads, which is a totally different ballgame, right? So we actually set up landing pages, and we also build out sites and all that good stuff. If you already have that taken care of, then we could just work with the team you already have. So that's not a problem.
Okay. Yeah, because we have a ton of landing pages, and I think they were all the landing pages itself were created in HTML. So I don't know how good that is, but pretty responsive in my opinion.
Yeah, man, you've got some coders over there. You got teams really like deep dive in that stuff, writing code. We don't do that so
much. Yeah, I got them coding. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, to be honest. Type people. I mean, they're good at the coders are good at what they do. So that I'm thankful for that.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny because we were just on a call yesterday. Sebastian invited me on a call with another client that he has, and he's a programmer himself. Like, he developed a SaaS system, software as a system, a SaaS program. And,
yep.
It's so funny, the difference in mindset from like programming and ads. They're so worlds apart, but you would think they'd be in the same thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just crazy. So that's great. Well, we do this with all of our landing pages, so we're pretty familiar with the process. We know enough about the coding with the headers and the footers and the scripts where we can work with them to get all this set up.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not an issue. So are you running any type of traffic right now to your site?
To traffic in terms of like ads or SEO, or what do you?
Well,
in what sense?
Yeah, organic and paid.
Oh, organic. Yes, correct. Yes. Both ends. So we're using Google Ads, AdWords, obviously, big ads, Yahoo, and so forth. And we do a lot of off-page and on-page SEO. And we're targeting probably about, I want to say, a little bit over 100 keywords, give or take. I mean, that's pretty much what I know off the top of my head. I know we're doing a lot of blogs, and I'm not sure what else they're doing, to be honest. I have to look at the spreadsheet to kind of give you – I mean, I can send you a spreadsheet of what exactly they're doing on a weekly basis in terms of driving traffic to the site.
Cool. Yeah, for us, that doesn't really affect what we do too much. I'm just always curious to know what the cost per click is with whatever traffic you're sending there now. So do you know that information, the cost per click for the SEO?
Cost per click is about $4 and some change. I think it's like $4.20.
Cool.
Something like that.
Bucks per
$4.21 maybe, I think, last I checked.
Cool. Do you know what it's costing you right now to get a customer? I know you don't know your website conversion percentage off the top of your head, but do you know the cost for a new customer right now through that?
It's about, I mean, it really ranges depending on where it comes from. But right now the average is about $62, give or take, which is not great in my opinion.
Are we opening up a candy wrapper? Are we diving into some Snickers right now? What is all that? All right, cool. $62.
Yeah, it's not that great in my opinion.
There's ways we can make that lower. I'm not going to get into a ton of the details yet. I don't want to veer too far off track from these questions right now, but we'll talk about it in a sec. Do you know what the lifetime value of each customer is?
Between varies in our industry, man. It's so hard to kind of put that on there. I mean, it's the lifespan's supposed to be 6 to 9 months, but I mean, we're probably looking on an average 4 months for each.
4, okay. At an average of 200.
Some of them, yeah, an average of 200. 200 to start, 69, or between 50 and $70 a month. So.
Okay. So when is that going to happen?
I'm sorry?
Okay. So we're looking at $400 roughly per customer.
Roughly, correct. Yeah, about $398. I think the last I checked was about the averages are $398 per customer.
Perfect. Awesome. We're right on point then. Okay. So I'm going to reverse engineer these numbers so we can see where we're at now, and then we can start. Okay. And this is what I love so much about this process. And if I start ranting and be like Rob, or Sebastian, he's always like, dude, chill out. Or let's get back on track real quick. But what's great about this is we can see where you're at currently. And then all we have to do is start filling holes. And after we fill the holes, we can start optimizing. And then that's how you can scale. Okay.
Absolutely.
So let's look at in the terms of 100 visitors. I always just like to use 100 visitors as a round number. You can always multiply that by 10 to get 1,000. So we'll do 100 times. We'll do 421. So right now, 100 times 4.2. So $420 for every 100 visits. And if your website's closing at 1% or converting at 1%. Now, when I talked to Jeremy, we were saying that it goes straight to getting on a phone call with you guys, and you're closing roughly 60%. Is that right? Did I remember that correctly?
Correct. So if the organic inbound calls, correct. They close at around 60, 70%. Obviously, depending on the salesperson who picks up the call. But yes, that's correct. Okay. And I just got an email. So the conversion is about the industry standard is about 4%. But we're probably closing at the way under that. We're probably at like 0.9% at this point, which is not good at all.
Yeah, first 4% website conversion on a normal website is baller.
Yeah, I know. What the industry standard he was saying, and we've been trying to get there for I mean, it's probably never going to happen, but, unless you're like Lexington Law or CreditRepair.com.
Yeah.
Honest,
Well, I'll let you know, we have a client at 4% right now doing e-commerce. So similar, all online stuff. But 4% is like astronomical. That's like not average. That's very
yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right. So we're roughly
we're between 0.7 and 0.9 is what he's saying, and it fluctuates. So
that's cool. We'll just put 0.9 to just keep it to that. So for every 100 visitors, you're basically getting one lead, right?
Pretty much.
They'll convert over. So what we want to do is take 420, because that's what it costs you for every 100 visits. We'll take that times 10, because that's 10 leads. And I'm horrible with shorthand math, so I got my calculator, so bear with me as I click these buttons here.
No problem.
Okay. So
the numbers might be slightly off, and I apologize.
The what?
No, I said that the numbers might be slightly off that I gave you, but so I apologize in advance. But it's pretty close.
It just helps us give a base perspective, so we know where we're starting. That's
perfect.
Good. So that'll give us 10. We close at 60%. So that'll be 6 closes times 400. So, because that's your lifetime value of a customer. So this is why it's so hard right now to run advertising to your site, because for every $4,200 you spend, you're making $2,400.
Yeah.
See how that works?
Correct.
So, but here's what's so great about using heat maps and actually making the website great and not just focusing on great advertising, okay? Because they're both different worlds. So if we make the website to the average, is actually 2%. 4% would be wonderful, right? But
oh man, would it?
yeah, it would be. You can see now how the big difference in that jump, because if we can just get that to 2%, which is the average conversion rate, which we'll use heat maps and other software to help us with that over time, that would immediately increase your profits by 100%. So you would then go from making $2,400 to $4,800 when you spend $4,200. So now you're actually back in the black. Now, that's not including overhead and expenses and things like that. We're just talking about the general number.
Yeah.
But you can see how that works. So the question is, are you able to cross-sell other things to these people, or do they ever come back down the road?
So that's the thing. So they do come back, or we'll lower the monthly plans. And it's a combination. We sell credit cards and LifeLock and a whole bunch of other things, which we're creating campaigns for and working on actually getting that put together. So
cool. Yeah, when we were talking with Jeremy, I had a feeling that you probably had other ways to generate revenue off the initial sale.
Correct.
Which is where your money's going to be, by the way.
Correct.
So,
we also, on the credit monitoring side, we get a monthly residual on that. So obviously, the more people that sign up, obviously, the more money we're going to make through the life of the customer, which that adds a factor. I mean, it's not much, it's like $4 per customer, but still, I mean, you put 1,000 in there, you're talking decent money.
Right. So here's the other thing we want to look at. So here's our window of opportunity, right? Is going to be if we can get that cost per click down to $2.11, and then we can get your website converting at 2% instead of 1%. What that's going to do for you is take you from making roughly that $2,100 amount to making $9,600 off spending $4,200. Does that make sense?
Sounds set. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So these are our windows of opportunity off the bat. Now, I'm not saying immediately we're going to start generating $2 clicks. It's very realistic, but I also don't want to overpromise on something that we don't execute on right away.
Absolutely, overpromise, underdeliver, not good.
Right? Yeah. Underdeliver and overpromise. No, I'm kidding.
There you go. Underdeliver, overpromise. There you go. That's how it goes.
So this is going to be our room for opportunity. So this is great. So now that we have our starting line, we know exactly what we want to work on. You guys are already switching to a new website, so you already understand where the pieces need to be, like where the important stuff is. So we'll install some heat maps on there. We'll give you guys some coding, and we use a heat map software we'll give to your web team. And then the ads themselves, we're gonna get some proprietary data from you guys, which will be a big email list that you have. And we're gonna upload that to Facebook to create audiences that look like the people that have already done business with you.
Okay.
So Facebook has a machine learning system. This is the reason why it is one of the best platforms to advertise on right now. More so than it will be probably in the next couple of weeks, because with the whole
pass the laws, the 14th to the 20th.
Yeah, it's gonna be some different changes coming to Facebook. So we want to really move on the opportunity we have now, and this way because right now we don't even have a pixel set up on the website, right? Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. So it's not.
So what's that software you're talking about? What does that do? And I apologize, I'm not 100% technical from that aspect, but let me know what that does, and then I can tell you if we're utilizing something similar to it. I just kind of want to understand that.
Yeah. So it's meant to track where people are clicking more, and it's also meant to record their actual visit.
Got it. So we're using something similar to that called Visual Visitor. So I don't know if that, if you ever heard of it, but
we use Hotjar, but they're pretty similar.
Oh, yes, correct. Hotjar. You know what? I don't know why I didn't think of that. Yes, I've heard of it. Hotjar actually is much better.
Yeah. It's
a little pricey, but
yeah. No, it's good stuff. But as long as you have something in place and your web team is already actively making sure that they're going to increase that conversion rate, I just like to set that expectation initially, because being the guy that sets up the ads, I would hear this all the time, is that, well, my ads aren't profiting. And it's like, it's not always because of the ads. We could have absolutely killer traffic, but if it's going to a page that's not converting, or it's going to a page that's converting low, it's not really the ads that are the problem. So we like to set the expectation moving forward, because let me give you this example instead. Let's say we did nothing with your website and all we did was drop that cost per click to $2 instead of $4. You would still go to making, you'd still be making $4,800 on the front end, theoretically, right? Based on these numbers, and off spending $4,200. So if we did nothing with the website and kept it at what it's converting at now, you would still go black on the initial revenue up front, and which is good, right? But if we want to really maximize,
absolutely.
Yeah, we want to maximize profits though. So we're trying to find all the windows of opportunity here.
Absolutely.
So, but anyway, that's my third degree rant. We have all the KPIs we needed to really understand what's going on, where we're at. And so, what questions do you have for me so far, Adam, about the process?
I mean, I don't have many. Actually, in fact, I don't have any. Or maybe just one. So how do you guys, in terms of Facebook? I mean, why learning machine, right? Or has a specific mechanism to it? What is it changing to, and what do we have to worry about moving forward after this process, I guess?
What do you have
Yeah, for Facebook, it's like there's no set changes that no one knows what the set changes are, but because of the whole scandal with Zuckerberg and how a bunch of information got leaked out, they're saying that there are going to be a lot of laws restricting advertising and what information could be sent out. But it's not going to take effect till the 14th of next month. So that's why he's saying that if we get the ball rolling before that, then we're able to still advertise the same way that we're doing now. And then if obviously we've already been advertising it that way before the laws come into effect, then, we would have an upper hand.
Right.
Grandfathered in, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, the other big thing too, guys, and this is to Jeremy's point, the pixel code that we're going to give to your team to put on your website, because it's not there right now, is going to help us track visitors and their behavior on your website. So it's not like Hotjar where it watches them so they can optimize the website. Okay. It actually collects data based on which pages they're going to. So this way we could actually automatically start sending them different types of ads. So the only people that are going to be profiting after these Facebook changes with Facebook ads are the people that really know how to use the Facebook pixel. Because that's not affected by the lack of third-party data that Facebook's going to be not providing anymore, because these people have already gone to your website. So you are allowed to cookie them and follow them around based on their level of interest on your website. Okay.
Okay.
How long does the process take, like, to like, once you send it to the marketing team, do you know how long it would take for them to implement it? Or is it possible for you guys to do it as well? Because I don't know, like, as far as time frame.
Yeah, no, I actually work with the Facebook team. So I actually head that department here. And we can get it, usually it takes us 2 weeks. We could try to get it pushed to get it done in a week.
Okay.
So this way we could at least get it up quickly.
No, I'm saying, Adam, though, how long do you think it would take the marketing team, once they send us the code, to have it up and running on the website? Or could we just have them do it themselves?
Oh no, that's something like that, to put it up in the header or wherever you need it. Takes like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's not a major issue.
Yeah, unless they're at like lunch break or something, we have to wait 2 hours.
Yeah, basically.
But that's all it is. They just put a code in. They just copy and paste. Pretty easy.
Okay.
Stuff.
All right.
Good
Cool.
question, though. Good question.
Really quick, is this gonna mess with you guys in any way? Because the current site, well, maybe not. I mean, I don't know, because we're building it on a new platform, right? So I'm wondering,
Which platform?
because we're doing it on. So we're going to use WordPress.
Yeah, it won't matter.
On the. I think we're doing that. I think we're using a new one. We're not gonna, because the coding on this current one is really just jacked up. So we're gonna put it on a new WordPress platform. So I'm wondering if that's gonna affect anything on your guys' end.
No, that doesn't affect us at all.
Okay, perfect.
So, Adam, when is the new website going live? Like, should we get the coding and put it on the current website and then wait for the new website to go live, and then we'll add it to that one as well?
I mean, yeah, it's very easy. I can always just pop it into the new one, right? I mean, that's not an issue, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, you could easily just move it over to the new one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Okay.
Pixel data, as a reference, by the way, is almost
I'm
like…
sorry? I didn't catch that.
The pixel data, if you're looking like for a reference,
Okay.
it's like plugging a USB into your computer and then putting that, after you've downloaded all the information on the USB, putting that USB into another computer, because now you have all the information.
Oh, perfect.
So yeah, we're just collecting data, so we can move that pixel over to another website and still have the data.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. I'm good on my end. I like what I hear. I'm definitely excited to start, working with you guys and partner up and hopefully make something happen for a long-term partnership.
Yeah, and that's what we're looking for. I know before you guys talked about rates and whatnot. The rates did change a little bit because we're doing quite a bit more work than we were before. Because I recently partnered up with Sebastian to add these advanced tactics into his campaigns.
Okay.
So I had to talk to Sebastian about that. So the way he does it is it's $1,500 a month to manage the campaigns, and then it's a $1,000 build out, which is a one-time fee. Now this build out covers, this will all be in the proposal. That's
okay.
Together, but the build out fee will cover the creative design, all the pixel codes that we need to send you, the ad copy, any landing pages if we need to make any, or when we need to make any, those are included in your campaign. All the different targeting, creating the different lookalike audiences, that will all come with the build out.
Okay.
And then management wise, I guess we kind of already went over this, but it couldn't hurt to recap. Every day we go in and we actually watch all these different KPIs, and these different KPIs help us optimize the scale. Now, one of the biggest mistakes a lot of companies make is they'll try to fix everything at once. And that just will make everything a big scramble and a big cluster. So what we do is we watch one metric at a time. And even though Sebastian doesn't do long-term contracts, which is what I love that because it's all performance-based, it's good to have it long-term because you can watch one metric every month and really focus on one metric. Because, for instance, if all we're focusing on is just click-through rate, if we get that click-through rate to double, then everything increases. All the revenue increases. Then the next month, if all we focus on is website conversion, again, as we went through the revenue example, if we can just get that up by 0.5, you increase by 50% in revenue just on that one KPI.
Okay.
So that's how we optimize. So that's why we like the long partnerships, even though, again, Sebastian doesn't do long-term contracts because he's not a cell phone company or whatever.
He's not T-Mobile. I mean, he's not Verizon.
Yeah. So we keep it simple, Adam. And Jeremy, we kind of already talked a lot too, so we're already pretty familiar with each other. But yeah, that's the gist of it. That'll all be in the proposal, but I always like to recap it.
Oh yeah. So the pricing and everything would be in the proposal that you send over?
Yeah, Sebastian's
Yeah,
going to prepare
all right,
that.
perfect. Yeah, because when we originally talked, the pricing was a little different, but like you said, you're doing a little bit more. So yeah, as long as everything is in the proposal and we're able,
Yeah, I'd like to just see it, I guess, in writing, just so I can understand it a little bit more and read through it, obviously. And we'll take it from there.
Yeah. The value doesn't win you over. We have awesome pictures and colors and all sorts of bold font.
Absolutely.
Sorry, bad joke. I don't know. But anyway, cool, guys. Yeah, if you need anything else from me, let me know. I'll know when we're ready to go because when Sebastian sends the onboarding process and everything, that information funnels right to our team and we get everything done for you guys.
All right.
Perfect. Sounds
right.
good. I appreciate the call, guys. We'll look forward to that proposal. We'll talk soon.
Thanks for having me on.
All right.
Yep. Take care.
See you guys.